What's up, guys? It's 11 o'clock. Welcome back. Excited to dive in and chat with you guys about door-to-door real estate, what the market's doing, where we're headed. Jeremy's just logging in here. We'll get him going as well. But guys, it's going to be a fabulous week. It's snowing here in Utah, not where Jeremy's at because he's down with all the old people. But where I'm at is snow and it's cold, but things are still glorious and fabulous and all those other things. So guys, I hope you're diving on here and able to start putting in some questions of where you're at. Jeremy, you're on the stage, brother. Welcome.
What is up?
Good to see you. Excited to have you here, Jeremy. If you'll hit your go live button, you'll be live on Insta.
Okay. Do you need my link before, or am I just
No,
good to hit it?
just say go live, and Instagram will start rolling.
Okay, sweet. Let's do it.
It'll tell me if you're not there yet. So
live video. Yeah, we just finished up our Monday sales call. We did value prop. It was really good.
Well, sweet. Talk to us a little bit about that, Jeremy. What did you go over and why? And let's see what things we can add value back to these guys.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to go live on Instagram. Let me know once it works. Yeah, so the biggest thing that we talked about is a lot of times as realtors, what we're trying to do is we're trying to just word bomb it. And we show up to an appointment and we don't listen to the client. We don't know them well enough. We don't know the problem to be solved, and we talk too much. But if you're talking too much, then there's no problem to be solved. And so you got to get really good at creating an environment where they trust you. And then you got to get really, really good at asking questions to figure out where the pain is. What's the issue? Because again, if you don't know the issue, if there's no pebble in the shoe, then no one's going to bend down and take it off. And so you got to get good at asking the questions. And then you have to know what most realtors do. If there's no problem, like in regard to marketing, if you just go right to what you do and you don't cover what other realtors do, then all of a sudden the problem is they're going to be like, well, don't most realtors do that? And it's like, actually, no, they don't. Oh, shoot, I forgot to explain that to you. And now you pin yourself in a hole and you have an objection that you could have prevented had you just followed the process. So create the environment, listen to your customer, tell them what other realtors aren't doing, and then here you come as the hero and you can solve the problem. That'd be the biggest thing.
Well, and you've got to do what other people don't do in order to make you stand out, in order to get to that next level. Most people are going to sit back and wait for people to come to them. I think that's one of the biggest things that makes us stand out is we get public facing. We get in front of our clients. We get out there and make sure that we're connecting directly with them every time and being able to bring them the information. Most people are waiting for people to call us to get information. There are too many people that need the information, but they don't need it bad enough that they've gone out and sought a real estate agent. That's where we are able to close 10 times more deals than anybody else, is we get in front of those people knowing they need me to come. They need Jeremy to knock on their door. They need our guys to talk to them. And that is the huge steps that help us get above everybody else out there and help it be a win-win.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is you got to understand that people don't want to be sold. They want to be sold how they want to be sold. And so you have to know personalities really well. There's analytical drivers, amiables, expressives that like to talk a ton. So you have to like constantly watch that stuff. And then if you watch it and listen, you can then adapt and pivot and sell them how they want to be sold. But if you're not doing that, then all of a sudden you're just going to word bomb it. And they're going to be like, yeah, let me talk to the wife. Let me do research. Let me interview another agent. Give me your card. We'll call you back. And ultimate, like high-level realtors, they're in the game of objection prevention. And so how they structure their entire presentation is to prevent objections. And so probably you, Dwayne, and myself, we probably just don't get that many objections ever. It's how we've presented it the entire time.
Well, that just comes from preparation, guys. You got to get out there. You got to learn it. You got to make sure you're ready to take that next step. Role play a lot. and get with people so that they know how to overcome that every time. Because you've got to be with people. You can't say that enough. You've got to be with people so you can learn each and every step that it takes so that you're super, super fluid. Jeremy and I've done this enough. And it's funny. I think Jeremy had somebody call him recently, was just shocked. He's like, dude, you knocked that objection out of the park with no problems. Like, yeah, we've had that objection, for 10 years. And so
Yep.
we know this like the back of our hand. There's not anything you guys could throw at Jeremy and I and not be able to have us just completely smash it out of the park. So that's how you need to get in order to close at really, really high volumes. And that helped me get to where I could close people, immediately. About every 7 doors, I was picking up a listing. So super important that you do that.
Yeah. And if you guys want, like, we have like a 1 or 2 page breakdown of how to present your value prop. Just comment in the bottom value prop, and we'll send that to you from the sales call that we gave to our Explode coaching clients today. That way you can understand the pattern. Because what Dwayne and I are really good at is the pattern of how to overcome objections, the pattern of how to value prop. And so whatever the issue is, people can throw it out. Maybe I've never heard about it in my entire life, or I've never gotten that one, but I know the process and the system to follow to overcome that or present my value. So sometimes it's better to focus on the flow of the listing presentation, of working with buyers, of showing homes, of knocking doors. Know the process, focus more on that and not so much the script and the exact words. That's why question-based selling works so well. That's why Brian Tracy's book, Psychology of Sales, is so powerful, because he teaches you how to do that. And there's really no one better at this than you, Dwayne. And that's why a lot of people love watching you role plays, because you're so good at that. But if you guys want that breakdown, just comment value prop, and then we'll shoot you a text, or just shoot us a text right now, and then we'll get it over to you.
Hey, Jerry, will you shoot me your screen, your stream key?
Yep, I'll hop
Instagram.
Yep.
Guys, I just posted on the chat line my new book. Go watch. Go get it. I think we've already sold over 50 copies in a matter of a day, and so it's exciting to see that start to take off. And it's fun to learn. I've had a blast writing the book, simply because I was able to put into practice a lot of the things that I've taught for years to help door-to-door people be crazy successful. So that being said, if you're looking for a good book to help you get on your way, look no further, guys. You need to jump on there and get that thing cranking and read it and get to where you're confident in all of the different things that we do different and what makes us successful. And not only that, we're writing another book right now that's going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool to see. It's all about mindset. So if you're thinking about mindset, how to get now business, that's the book we're writing right now. And we'll have that out, we're hoping, by the end of February. So breaking it here first, we are writing another book, and that will be out before you know it. So guys, excited to see, just more stuff coming. Who wants to jump on and go through some stuff? Who has questions? Comment below. Anything you guys are currently dealing with, struggling with, want help with. What are some of the things we can help with as your door-to-door experts?
Well, and as we wait for people to hop on, I would probably just say, just in general, in January, the whole purpose of your January is to make sure you're reading the right books, make sure you have the right systems in place, make sure you're listening to the right podcast, you're in the right group. If you miss this opportunity to create momentum in January, February, and March, then the whole year you're going to be trying to pull back to the course that you set for yourself. If your goal is 24 homes, you could be so far off in left field come April that the whole year you're having to pull yourself back. So you guys, Dwayne's got a YouTube video on this. I had one that just hit today on this topic, but make sure you're using and leveraging January to solidify all the habits so that you can have a very successful year. Because again, that's all it comes back to, right? Like Dwayne, you and I work with so many realtors. It's not those that have the biggest goals. It's those that have the best systems. The best realtors have the best morning systems, the night systems, the weekly routine. They prospect appropriately. They have got the right systems for that. Those that struggle, they're recommitting to themselves every day, and their emotions are all over the place. They're having to re-decide to go and CrossFit, re-decide to go to the gym. Cut that out. Make one decision one time and be done.
And that decision sometimes is hard. I mean, it really is, to fully engulf yourself in, I'm going to do this. It's fun because, each one of my kids have built their own vision boards. And it's fun to look at it. My daughter's got, I'm going to have her splits down. She's got her aerial down. And then she put a picture of herself that she wants to focus on her, right?
That's so cool.
And how she wants to do this. And then she's got being reverent in church and setting an example for others. So she's got a picture of being reverent. She wants to write a book now because her dad did, right? So she's got write a book.
That's awesome.
But, it's each one of those things. And I remember sitting down with my kids and talking to them about this. And they're like, what do we do, Dad, to hit these? When we say we're going to do it, what do we do? Because I know you're going to be disappointed if we put some on here we don't accomplish. So I'm like, dang straights I am, right? Don't put it on there unless you're going to do it. I want to teach you that from a young age. My son's vision board, he's got a freaking cow on here because he's going to sell 2 of his sheep and have enough money to then buy a cow that he'll be able to raise. All of my kids have Duolingo on here because Jeremy and I are taking our kids and taking off and going to Peru and doing a service trip, which is going to be so cool. We're going to help go build houses for people that are in need. Any of you guys want to come with us on that? Please do. We'd love to have you. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome experience that we're taking our whole teams on. But guys, it's a matter of decision. You have to decide what you're going to do and then act. That's it. There's no sitting in the car going, oh, maybe I'll start next week. You've got to act because you've got to be hitting those goals right off as you get started. Guys, as you're jumping on, there's quite a few people on here right now. What questions do you have? We're here for you. This isn't about Jeremy coming on here just to sit and talk. We want to help you guys. So anyone that wants to join the show, we can put you on live. In fact, I will throw in a chat, the code to bring you live on here right now in the chat. Come on, chat with us. Let us help you build your business and let us help you grow. But what are some things we can help you with?
Yeah, one question I got this morning from someone off of YouTube that texted me. They said, hey, Dwayne, which of your programs will help me? Or sorry, hey, Jeremy, which of the programs will help me the most? So Dwayne, just as we're waiting for people, what would you say? Like out of all the programs, like how do people decide how to work with us and how to leverage what we have?
There's a couple different options. So this is huge. When you look at your financial situation, can you afford coaching? If you can afford coaching, I tell you to get into coaching every day of the week. Yep. You're going to be with Jeremy, unless you're selling over 7 deals a year, you're going to be with Jeremy twice a week, and then you're going to be with me once a week. There's not a coaching program in the world out there that's giving you that much training. That's 3 days a week. We're training you, we're helping you, we're getting you going. And then if you can't afford to get into coaching, let's get you on our team with Real. Guys, see this? Real D2D, baby. Get on our team and come and work with us. Let's get you selling and get you going. If you're stuck in your brokerage, you're like, I am never leaving this brokerage, even though they're not helping me sell well. I love them and I'm going to stay here forever. Then jump on our website, start buying courses. But you've got to make changes. If you're not selling where you're at, if you're not successful where you're at, you've got to make the changes to get where you want to be. And you're never going to be able to consistently do the same thing over and over and over and not get the results without going insane. I believe it was Albert Einstein that said that. So you got to make sure you're making the changes. Nicholas, thanks for putting your chat on here. Is there a link for the Orlando event? Yes. Text me right now, 801-243-4544, and I will send you that link. Guys, we're hitting, that's a good thing to bring up, Nick. I'm glad you popped on here. We are going to be in 3 different states at the end of January to do a 4-hour training. We're going to be hitting LA the 27th, Atlanta the 28th, and Orlando the 29th. So make sure that you text me 801-243-4544. It's a free event. We'd love to get you guys here and signing up for that and just helping you build that business out.
Hey,
So go ahead.
one question, Dwayne, Stan on Instagram, he's asking, in regards to all these packages and how to work with us, how do you achieve those overarching goals that seem impossible to reach? How would you answer that? And I'll give my answer.
Great question. If there's overarching goals, you have to start by breaking them down, right? So let's take my daughter doing the splits. She's got to start stretching every day, and it's got to be consistent every day and going a little bit further every day. Now I'm going to switch that to real estate. If you want to get to where you're selling high volume, you've got to get out and start working more, putting in more hours, doing more door knocks, doing more role plays, getting further along in your pitch. And you've got to get better every day until you are selling more real estate. You've got to get more training. You've got to get more help. You've got to get around more people that show you that it's successful. I can promise you right now, you get with our group, that the rule of thumb is you're going to put someone under contract every week. When you don't, it's going to drive you crazy. And you're going to push that much harder because everybody else around you is. So little steps, but doing it consistently, day over day over day, week over week, every minute you can until you are finding that success.
Well, and I would even say, back into regards to all the seminars we've got this year, at the end of the month, all the courses we have, if your goals are too big, then just increase your skill set. Like if you have a goal up here and your value and skill set's down here, there's a gap. You need to bridge that. So just get better, and then you can go and hit that goal. So read more books, go to masterminds, go to seminars, go to these free live in-person events that we have, that other people have. Again, your skill set, as it goes up, you'll be able to accomplish more goals. If I have like an audacious goal to sell, let's say 100 homes, and I don't have the habits, the discipline, the mindset of someone that does that, then who cares? You're never going to hit that goal. And so simply become a better person. Become someone that sells that amount. What type of morning routines, nightly routines, what books are they reading? Do they go to seminars? Become that type of person. You'll automatically elevate. Stan, that would be my biggest piece of advice. I've read more than 75 plus books a year for a long time now. I go to seminars about once a quarter. Now I host the seminars with Dwayne. We have masterminds. I go to masterminds. We've got a big one this year I've gone to for 8 years in a row. I want to level up my personality and my ability and the person I am so I can accomplish more goals. So that would be my biggest piece of advice on that one.
Sweet. I've just posted all you guys. I'm ready. There's a bunch of you guys on Instagram, on YouTube, all over that are just watching. Our boy in France is here again, and he's just like, hey, let's do this. He jumped on from France without even being able to speak English very well. Guys, jump on here. Let's go. Let's teach you some good stuff that's going to help you. He says, how do you do showings with the houses that your soon-to-be buyers send you if you are houses from another agent? Oh, we use showing assistants. The buyer can do it himself with the other real estate agents for the house. So I wouldn't use the other agent because you're asking yourself to get them to double-side it. So don't ever do that. Don't ever send the buyer off to literally the lion's den. You want to use your people every time. So make sure you're connecting with your people, which is your showing assistant who you hire that then goes out and shows the house. Sell that to your client. So the first thing you're going to say to your prospective client, Marshall, is you're going to tell them, you're going to say, hey, I use a showing assistant because I want to give you the best service. That being said, I can get you into any house you want to see within an hour of you wanting to see it. And so once you send me those houses, I'm going to have you connect with Steve or Alicia or one of I've got 5 of them. I'm going to have them get a hold of you. We'll get you out to see that in the next hour. Does that work for you? And when they look at you, honestly, Marshall, they're going to be like, holy cow, you got a showing assistant? And then they're going to find out I have a transaction coordinator and an admin staff, and they're going to only deal with all my people. They're not going to deal with me doing paperwork. They're not going to deal with me showing homes. And that makes you look like a crazy professional. And that's what you want to look like. That's what's going to help you scale.
Okay, there's a question on YouTube in regards to, I've got my first day of knocking, super excited, but stuck between 2 areas. One is a neighborhood for townhomes. I could not get a hold of the HOA. And the other is a set of townhomes, no HOA. So this is a great question. And Dwayne, let's give both our perspectives on this. So Dwayne and I have both gone at this for, 15 plus years. I've not once been kicked out of an HOA once, period. And I've knocked in California, Texas, Florida, Atlanta, Louisville, Utah, like all over the place. Not one time I've been kicked out. I knock no soliciting neighborhoods like crazy. I knock them all the time. There's so much benefit to it. You don't need to go to the HOA board. You don't need permission. The skill that you're looking for is the ability to, one, realize that this is probably important to people. You're going to get that objection. But two, it's calm people down. Be presentable. Look clean. Look clean cut. Like when people are frustrated about it, like learn to be like, oh yeah, I'm so sorry. That is frustrating. How's your day going? I'm going to calm them down, and then I'm going to move forward. I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm not going to spit on their door or their mat and walk away all angry and piss them off. And now I'm on the HOA Facebook page and all this stuff. So make sure that it doesn't matter what the type of neighborhood, HOA, not HOA. Go where there's volume, there's activity in your marketplace. And then whichever area that is, you're just going to adapt slightly to make sure that, you're not running into any issues. Dwayne, your thoughts on that?
Jeremy, you nailed it out of the park. I mean, be friendly. Number one problem people have in a no soliciting neighborhood is they show up and they're cocky, they're arrogant. I'm going to throw one of our guys under the bus. I'm not going to say his name, but this agent of mine, he's in coaching. He calls me and he's got the HOA president next to me, and she's just livid. She's like, "Let me talk to your boss." And I get on the phone with her, and she's just hammering this agent. And I can hear in the background, the agent's just back at her, and it's cat and dog, and I'm in the middle. And I'm just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I said, if he's not supposed to be there, we'll kick him out of there.
Yep.
He's not supposed to be doing things that aren't appropriate. She goes, thank you for saying that. And immediately, as soon as I started winning her over, I started talking to her about the home market.
Yep.
And the reason we're there. And she stopped and she listened the whole time. I was just like, guys, this is what it's about. Do not go in there in an attacking mode, because you're never going to win. Go in and defuse the situation, make them like you, smile, be confident, and you're going to win every time. Like Jeremy can say some pretty abrasive stuff, and it's funny because he can get away with it because he's good at it. Number one, he's practiced it. He does it with a smile. It's like, dude, I want to kick you in the face or punch you. And he does it with a smile, and they look at me like, yeah, I bet you would. You're a cool dude, man. And then they move on, right? It's awesome. But you've got to get good at your trade of what you do. And so some of the phrases he uses, like with door to door, when they come up and say, hey, did you not see the sign? I would never use, but he's crazy good at them. And so you can get away with it. So just get good at what you do and practice it and go over it and be confident. Here, I want to pull up this comment. You guys see this? This is important for everybody to see. It says, should we approach this as everybody is not your client, so keep knocking until you find people that are interested? And IDUS, I'm going to tell you, you should approach every door as if they are your client.
Yep.
When I knock on a door, I plan on selling them. I know they need me. And I know if they will just answer the door and they will listen, and they're not idiots, because if they don't listen to me, they're idiots. Everybody needs to buy a house right now. Upgrade if they're thinking about it. Everybody needs to move forward in the real estate market, or they're going to be left behind. So they need to open the door. They need to talk to me. And when they talk to me, I will walk them through the processes that they will need to have in order to say yes to buying a house. There's no doubt in my mind. So yes, every door I knock on is my client, and you should live your life that way. That'll help you a bunch.
Well, and I want to go. Eric on Instagram said these guys are the real players going through the course the other day. Love that. Thanks, Eric, for the feedback. Guys, we got tons of courses. If you go to our website, we spent a lot of money, a lot of preparation to build those out. We looked at what the real estate market had, and they didn't have a lot of these, and so we created them for you. So hop on there, and they're stupid cheap. Dwayne, I keep thinking we need to raise those, but no, we're not going to. Going back to Parker, your question about the HOA, I just want to comment on two things. You have to get really good at when you knock on the door on your prospect. If they're a level 10 heated, you've got to get good at pulling people down. So for me, I've learned that with parenting, with kids. When you think of the terrible twos, when they're having a tantrum and they're angry and frustrated, just like homeowners are or clients, If I get someone that calls me, they're heated, I treat them just like a toddler. You kneel down, you give them a hug, and you let them express their emotions. I'm so sorry you're feeling that. That is frustrating. Let's hug it out. And then the emotions come down. If you go right to teach them right at the beginning when you're prospecting and you go right to answer them, what happens is that part of the brain, the solution-oriented part, is completely shut off because the emotion part has taken over the scenario. So you have to pull the emotions down, then you can go right at them, and then you can teach. So Dwayne's talking about how to pull people down, agree with them. Like sometimes I'll lean on the door and I'll cross my legs. I'll put my stuff under my arm and I'll just kind of have my hands like this on my knees, and I'll smile at them. And for me in my brain, everything for the next 2 minutes is gone. And I'm just trying to calm this person down. And then once they're calmed down, now I can go and solve the problem. So a great book for a lot of you to go read is How You Win Friends and Influence People. There's a chapter in part 1, Fundamental Techniques in Handling People. It's called, If You Want to Gather Honey, Don't Kick Over the Beehive. That's such a great chapter, right? If you want to work with people, don't piss them off. And too often realtors and salespeople, however you're prospecting, you're so prideful, you're pissing people off. Stop kicking the beehive so that you can get the honey.
Love it. Love it. We got some people. You guys ready to jump on here? Let's get on here and get you to role play. I know, Nicholas, you said you're brand new, but don't be scared. We will help you just with some basic fundamentals to help you get where you need to. So
Saad's on here. Welcome, Saad. Guys, you should reach out to Saad. He's in New York. If you're a realtor out in that area, he joined our program a couple months into the year last year. And after 3 or 4 months in the program, he had 10 under contract. Then he fell asleep and took a vacation and enjoyed his money and then didn't work the rest of the year. But he had 10 under contract at one point, and we're super proud of him.
Saad, click on that link. We're going to pull you up and bring you on live.
Make you famous
here. I'm going to show this other comment from Parker. Parker, we love that you're commenting, dude. That tells us you want to learn.
This is great.
Marshall out of France, that tells us you want to learn. IDUS, it tells us you want to learn. That's where you're going to get better.
We will always bend over backwards for those that want to learn. You want to learn and you want to grow, we're here for you.
So look at this comment. When it comes to what to wear, I'm debating between casual to take off the salesman vibe or dressing a little professional to make myself as such. I appreciate you guys' responses. So what we wear, I'm never going to wear a shirt and tie. I'm never going to wear a button up all the way down. I'm going to wear a polo that's got maybe 2 buttons, 3 buttons, usually a Nike Dry Fit. Travis Matthews, Built, wear a lot of Built stuff. Jeremy wears a lot of Lulu. And then a nice pair of breathable jeans, Nike golf pants if it's really hot, so they're crazy breathable, and then a nice pair of shoes. That's it. You do not need to go dressed in a suit and tie. There are agents that go do that, and I laugh, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, you're scaring people away. They probably think you're a mortician coming to plan their funeral before you even knock at the door. So they're never going to answer. Just look nice, look professional, but you don't need to go all out. Not at all.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. When I first got into real estate and they were like, yeah, you can go knock doors if you want. I was like, okay, what should I wear? Oh, suit and tie. And I tried that. 1, it sucks because it's so hot. And I just didn't feel comfortable with the hours that you have to knock. And then 2, you do come across salesy. So if you guys go watch my YouTube videos or my Instagram, you'll see that I usually just have a clean, like Lulu blank shirt. I've got pants on, like clean, like slimmer fit pants, brown shoes, brown belt, and a watch. And that's it. You don't want any barriers to prevent people from working with you. So when they see you on the Ring camera, when they see you like walking the streets, you don't want anything that causes an objection of like, oh, that's a salesperson. You want it to be like, oh, he looks professional. Could be one of my neighbors. What's going on? You want that curious tone for when you go and knock their door. So don't wear anything that prevents you from that. If you go too casual, then you're going to look like a bum and no one's going to listen to you. So it's somewhere right in the middle. But Dwayne and I both have videos of what we wear. Just go watch those. Eric,
go ahead,
quick. Eric has a question. He's out in California. He says, hey, Dwayne, what if they didn't build enough equity to roll into a bigger home? The homes have gone up too much in California. How do you help them?
Great. That's a great question. Eric, jump on. I want to role play this live with you.
Yeah, Eric, jump on the YouTube and let's go live with you. So go on the YouTube. Dwayne will put the link in there and we'll role play with this. Dwayne's really good at this one.
Are you guys seeing the StreamYard link? StreamYard.com. There's Sod coming in finally. Took him a minute. Holy cow, Sod. There he is. Hello, brother. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
What a handsome guy.
So one thing we want to throw up, I want to throw up Marshall's comment. I knock from 1 to 7 p.m. I want to do social media in the mornings, but do I have to prospect call instead? I'm going to tell you right now, Marshall, I've never called a day in my life. I think it's a waste of time. There are people that will call, but I'm going to tell you, go buy Jeremy's social media package online, go through it. I did all social media and then door knock. I'm on doors, Marshall, and you need to ramp it up later. I know you're in France, but you need to go later. Go from noon till 8:30 at night. And then in the summer, you need to ramp it up till 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. You've got to ramp this up. Sod, what's been some of the things that you have learned in our program that's helped you get to that next level? Because we've seen you go out there and put 11 under contract. And then, yes, I'm always going to rub this in. You didn't hit 15 like I wanted from you, and then you took a siesta. But what things have you seen before that's helped you just take off in your business?
Hey, Dwayne, can you put the link back on there for Eric? Go ahead, Sod.
I think the main thing is just like just get the contacts. Like it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, like how you do it. Door knocking, cold calling, whatever. Like obviously door knocking is effective, but the main thing is just get the contacts in, and that's what you talk about. Just get the contacts in, and it's okay to spread it out. Maybe some contacts with social media. Maybe like Jeremy talks about expires, FISBOs, and things like that. And like absentee, like whoever you pick up on the doors. So the main thing, just get the contacts in. It doesn't really matter how you do it. And I think that's the main thing, because the more people you talk to, the more opportunities you get at bat, and then you'd win from there. And I think that's how you win. Because when I was getting 11 on a contract, I got like 10, 11 on the contract. I was talking to a lot of people, and I was talking to a lot of people. I know you guys roast me about it all the time, but I don't know why it was started dying down, even though I was still putting in contacts. So I've always reflected over like, why did it all of a sudden go down, and then I couldn't get it back up. So I guess I just need to ramp it up even more. So
ramp it up. How many contacts are you currently doing right now?
I'm at 250. I'm at 35 for the week, I believe.
Well, and Sod, real quick, just comment on the culture of the group. Like most realtors are doing 7 contacts a week. There's no standard that they're being held to. What's like the standard and the vibe and what you found in the program in regard to prospecting?
I mean, standard is 250. I mean, that's what you guys always emphasize, like minimum is 250.
Minimum.
Yeah, minimum.
Sod, what's your best week? How many contacts?
The best week?
Best week.
215.
Right at the minimum. Way to go, Sod. Always doing the bare minimum.
So, I mean, I'm working on getting to 350, even more than that. I think it just comes down to like organizing your time and just focusing on the fundamentals. So that's why I've been focused on, just focus on the fundamentals, focus on time management. Where am I wasting time throughout the day? And just focusing on that. And I think Jeremy talks about this a lot, just like focus on the fundamentals. Like if you focus on the fundamentals, everything else kind of will fall in place.
Okay. You guys hearing Sod?
No, I think he's cutting out.
Sounds like a robot to me.
We'll boot him. Sod, thanks for hopping on.
All right. Eric's going to be jumping back in. Here he comes. Eric, adding you to the stage, brother. SoCal. Talked to Eric quite a few times. We're going to get him in our program very soon. Looks like he's ready to go out for the day.
Eric, you coming to our seminar here in LA?
I didn't even know you guys are going to be in LA.
Well, we're going to be in LA the 27th. Do not miss that, brother.
Shoot either of us a text for the link.
Nice. Absolutely.
On the 27th.
So, Eric, let's roll through this. You're like, hey, we don't have enough equity in our house. We want to go bigger, but we're not ready. What are you going to say?
What am I gonna say?
Yep, I'm gonna role play with this you first, and then I'm gonna switch this around and see what else we can do to help you get to that next level. You ready?
Yep.
Okay, so Eric, we want to move, but we just don't have any money to do so.
What if I could show you how you can make $40,000 and I can get you into a bigger place and you could actually save over time?
You show me, dude, and I'm all in.
Let me ask you this. Is this, would you consider this your forever home currently?
No, for sure not.
No. So when do you plan on potentially moving if you were thinking about it at all?
Just as soon as I can get some more money saved up, man. I just don't think we can afford to make that next level. SoCal's so freaking expensive. So we just need to make that next jump.
Now I see this is a condo that you're living in right now, right? It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
So if I could show you where you could move up to a bigger space, like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom townhouse, even though it would be a little bit more in the beginning, you would actually save. And when the rates come down, I could actually save you more money. And we could potentially get you closing costs paid for right now during this time, which probably won't be easy to do in the future. If I could show you that, would you consider doing it now?
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll just have to think about it. Can I get your card?
Sure. So let me ask you this. What would, if you could go right now, is it just the money right now that's holding you back?
Yeah, that's what I've been telling you. Mm-hmm.
How much do you think you need?
That's a good question. We probably need at least $100,000 to move up.
100 grand, because I see right now you have about 30,000 in equity. Is that right?
Yeah, we probably got 40. If I had a good agent sell it for me, I think we could get 40.
Oh, 40. Okay. Yeah, man, that's that was my first one right there.
Love it. Good. This is good. So let's flip this back. I'm going to send this to my computer. Is everybody hearing everything better online? I had a comment from.
Yeah, everything's good.
Here, everything's good.
Yep.
Okay, so let me go through. How many questions did you ask me, Eric?
I think it was just 3 or 4.
Okay. What is the importance of asking questions?
To dig in to find the information.
Love it.
Love it.
Okay, I'm going to click on this. We're going to roll through it. So, Eric, we want to move, but we just don't have any money to do so.
What if I could show?
Okay, right there. Pause. I just told you I don't have the money to do so. Okay? So I just opened myself up. Do you know what I'm talking about by money to do so? Is it the down payment? Is it equity? Is it, what is it? What is it right there? You should dive in right there from that second to discuss what it is to be able to help them realize what they want. Because that's, Eric, all they're asking you to do when you knock on their door is create a solution for their problem. And I just told you my problem. Let's see where you go. We're 7 seconds in, you guys. 7 seconds in. Here we go.
Show you how you can make $40,000 and I can get you into a bigger place and you can actually save over time.
Okay, so you dive right into, hey, if I can save you $40,000 and we can get you into a bigger place, would you do it? Does that solve my concern that I don't feel like I can because I don't have any money?
It doesn't.
Yeah, but $40,000 sounds nice. You captured my attention a little bit, but no, it didn't solve my concern. So I'm still looking at this going, dude, I still can't do this, Eric, but I like you if you're going to hand me $40,000. So here's my response. You show me, dude, and I'm all in. I'm in. You show me how to do this, and I'm in.
Let me ask you this. Is this, would you consider this your forever home?
Okay, I already told you, right? Would I want to move? No, we want to move. I just can't afford to. So now we're going back to a repetitive question, and I'm going, Eric, come on, man. I already told you I want to move. I just can't afford it. Why are you asking me this? Keep going.
Currently?
No, for sure not.
No. So when do you plan on potentially moving if you were thinking about it at all?
And then I'm like, dude, I'm going to tell you again, because I already told you once, I got to have more money. Right? Let's listen. Just as soon as I get some more money saved up, man, I just don't think we can afford to make that next level. SoCal's so freaking expensive. So we just need to make that next jump. Do we know what jump it is yet? Do we know what I need yet? So we're still back to that same problem. It's cat and mouse game. Like, dude, I'm just telling you what I need, and you're asking me other questions, but you're not finding out what I need, right? So we've got to find out what I need in order for me to be able to make that next step. Okay? And Eric, dude, I love that you're vulnerable enough to jump on here. It's so fun to role play with people. And really, if you'll go back and listen to all your recordings every day when you're on doors, you'll get to where you can diagnose these really well. But let's keep listening.
Now I see this is a condo that you're living in right now, right? It's a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Is that right?
Yep.
So if I could show you where you could move up to a bigger space, like a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom townhouse.
See, you're catching it, right?
Yeah, no. Yeah.
You're going back to, hey, if I can still do this and get you into something bigger, we still have not even identified the problem.
So it would be a little bit more in the beginning. You would actually save, and when the rates come down, I could actually save you more money, and we could potentially get you closing costs paid for right now during this time, which probably won't be easy to do in the future. If I could show you that, would you consider doing it now?
Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll just have to think about it. Can I get your card? And why am I ready to think about it? Because I still don't feel like I can do it. We still haven't addressed any of my concerns, and you've just got the Slick Willie, car salesman here. Hey, let me just get you the next one. Hey, dude, let's just bump you up to that 3-bedroom. Hey, let's just do this. I'll get you $40,000. Let's just do this. You want to sign today? Right? Oh, you don't like the red car? I got a white one. Right? You got to get to the point where you're selling me through my questions, how I respond to you. And that's got to be the same thing every time, right? To where you're getting that person to eat out of your hand based off of the questions you're asking. Here we go.
Sure. So let me ask you.
And here's where I start applauding you, Eric. I'm kicking you off my doors. Like, get lost, dude. This is 1 minute and 30 seconds in. You have not given me anything. Now you start to come in with a good question. This is where I start getting excited. He's like, no, I'm not leaving yet. So I love that you're consistent. Watch what you ask.
What would, if you could go right now, is it just the money right now that is holding you back?
Yeah, that's what I've been telling you. Mm-hmm.
How much do you think you need?
That's a good question. We probably, yes, right there. Right. So is it just the money? I was like, oh my gosh, yes, dude. That's what I've been telling you for the last 20 minutes, right? Actually, it's only been 1 minute and 37 seconds, but it feels like 20 minutes. And then you ask me the right follow-up question, which asks me about the money. What is it? We need at least $100,000 to move up. How much do I need?
$100,000, because I see right now you have about 30,000 in equity. Is that right?
Yeah, we probably got 40. If I had a good agent sell it for me, I think we'd get 40.
Oh, 40. Okay. Yeah, man, that's that was my first. That was my first one right there.
Okay, so we're $60,000 off, right? Even if it's $100,000 off, how much does that affect my payment?
Could be $1,000. I don't know. It depends on what type of mortgage you got.
Okay, per $10,000, typically, how much is it per month?
For 10,000?
Mm-hmm.
Was it like 100 something a month? I don't know.
It's about $50 a month on the high end. Okay, so if we say per $10,000, it's $50 a month. I usually tell people 40. Now you take $100,000. How much is that going to cost them more per month to do it now?
What's that, like 400?
$500.
$500. Yeah.
Yep. Now, do they know that?
They don't know that.
No. How would that help them if they did know that?
Then that could justify that they don't need as much money to roll over, or?
Yeah, absolutely. So, Eric, you said that you got $40,000 that's just sitting in equity. Awesome, right? What do you think the real estate market's going to do over the next 2 years?
Most likely go up.
Okay. How long do you think it's going to take you to save that $100,000?
Could be 4 years, 5 years. I'm not sure.
Okay. I agree with you. I think the market's going to go up. So let's say 4 years from now, how much has that house you want to buy gone up?
Probably went up 5-10% or more. Probably a lot more.
Okay. And what's the value of the home you want to buy? Have you priced them out yet?
I haven't.
Okay. What would you guess? Are you jumping from this condo, getting into a forever home, or just a next starter home? What's your thoughts?
Maybe a step up starter home or a second home.
Okay. So if this one's selling for, let's say, 550, is that next one going to be about 8?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah.
Okay.
About that.
So if it's jumping, you said 5% a year. Is that what you thought it would go up? Okay.
I think roughly.
So on an $800,000 home, how much is 5% per year?
That's another 8,000 per year.
5% on an $800,000 home is actually 40 grand.
40 grand.
40 grand.
Right.
Right. So now if you take that and you do it over 5 years, that's another $200,000. Are you going to make an extra $200,000 over the next 5 years?
I'm not sure how business will be, but could be not if I'm conservative.
Right, right. Now, if I could show you some cool things. So I'm going to ask you this question. You said we're about $60,000 short right now from making this happen because you got some equity in there. How much is $10,000 a month on your payment? Do you know how much that equates to? About 40 bucks?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So really that 60,000 bucks is $240 per month. Now, let's say we don't roll any of that $30,000 over into the new home price. How many months could you go paying that with that extra money until you saved up the money you needed to?
Could be a while.
A long time, right? So you say,
Yeah.
Let's say you take that 30 grand. And I'm going to even ask you a more personal question. Can I get personal with you?
Sure.
Do you have debt?
A little bit.
Okay. What debt do you have? Do you have car payment?
Car payments, yeah.
How much is your car payment?
$600 a month.
Okay. And how much do you owe on it?
10 grand.
Cool. So let's say I just found your solution, my man. Let's take out of that 30,000 bucks. We're going to take 10,000 and pay off your car payment. That frees up $600 per month, right? We go buy this house. Your payment's going to be about, we figured $400 more per month right now without you putting that bigger down payment down. And look, you still got $200 more a month just sitting in your budget that you can go now head out to dinner twice a week. Well, maybe once in California. But bottom line is that's going to help you get to that next level as well. Let's look at the upside. Now you've bought that $800,000 home. You're living in it. You've buffered it with your payment. You're now saving. How much are you saving over that next 5 years?
So are you saying paying off my car? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying
Pay off your car, get rid of that car payment.
Mhm.
Then you're going to put $20,000 in equity over into the house. Or, Eric, we could even do a better deal. Let's put the minimum down. Let's put the minimum down, keep all that money in your pocket, and just pay a little bit higher payment instead of that car payment. You're still ahead. You're still making money by doing that. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. What if I have a 2% interest on my 30-year fix property that I have?
No, that makes sense. A lot of people have really low interest rates. Do you think we're ever going to see a 2% interest rate again?
Never.
Okay. So eventually, are you going to have to move?
I could maybe rent it out or I could move.
Okay. And either way is a great solution, right? But if you move, you're going to capitalize a little bit higher interest rate. But what also is happening while interest rates are high right now? What does that do to our market? Cause it to go up or down?
Down.
Down. So how does that help you by buying now with a higher interest rate?
Less competition and maybe closing costs paid for.
Can you go negotiate purchase price at all?
Yeah.
100%. Okay. How much do you think we could come down on an $800,000 house?
I guess it depends on the motivation of the seller.
Yes, it does. You're right. On average, do you know how many days on market here in Southern California homes are sitting?
Depending on the area right now, 50 to 75.
It's a long time, right?
Yeah.
So if they're sitting on the market for 50 to 75 days, regardless of who they are they going to be willing to negotiate $30,000?
It's possible.
Okay. And with a good agent like me, I'm going to get at least 30,000. And then how much can we get off closing costs?
Depends. I mean, because it depends what neighborhood, depends which home.
So typically, what do you think a good real estate's seeing? Closing costs are typically 2%. What would you guess I'm getting in this market right now today?
$20,000 to maybe $30,000.
You're nailing it. Dude, you're hitting the nail on the head. Absolutely. I am getting a full 2% off the purchase price. So now I've just saved you $46,000 by buying in today's market. So let's wait, Eric. Eric, you're like, hey, dude, I got a 2% interest rate. This is hard. What will happen when rates drop to 4%?
There'll be definitely bidding wars.
Right? Just like back in COVID. What happened during COVID times when we had bidding wars?
Prices, people were paying $40,000 over minimum usually.
Holy cow. Do you get closing costs?
No.
So we just lost our $20,000 there. So instead of gaining $60,000, we're going to lose $60,000. It turns into a $120,000 swing. How much is that extra 2% going to cost you in interest per month on an $800,000 home?
I mean, it could be a significant amount.
Say $1,000.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be that?
Probably minimum.
Let's say $2,000. That make you feel more comfortable?
More conservative, yeah.
Okay.
And a bad.
How long do you think it's going to be before rates come down?
If I were to have the crystal ball, I think 4 years, 3 years within this administration, I think.
Okay. So if you got $2,000 a month times 12 months, that's $24,000. If we wait 3 years, it's going to be $72,000. I got the deal of your lifetime today, Eric. I'm going to pull out my checkbook. I'll write you a check for $72,000. What I want you to do is write me a check for that 120 that we talked about earlier that you would lose by waiting. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, I definitely consider it. Yeah.
You would? You'd write me a check for $120,000 if I write you a check for 72?
No, if I could save. And if you could show me how to get it.
So you're like most people. Most people don't realize how much that it's actually costing them. And I'm confident within 3 years, in fact, I think it'll happen sooner, those rates will come down. But worst case scenario, even going out 3 years, it costs you an extra $72,000. And that's at $2,000 a month. We went high on that too. And you're still saving $50,000 by doing it sooner. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So tell me, as far as looking through the crystal ball, what areas would you guys want to be in? What does your house look like? And now I'm going to start working on closing. So tell me what I did with you, Eric.
You dig deeper for questions, really.
How much telling did I give you?
Telling? You mean you telling me?
Yeah.
Nothing, really.
If you go back and listen to this for everybody that's online right now, go back and see how many questions I ask you.
Maybe 16 questions seem like there. No?
At least.
Yeah.
At least. Okay. So that's what you want to do to overcome all of this. You've got to get way more heavily involved in the questions, and you've got to guide them through the processes to help them understand the different details. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Dude, thank you for jumping on.
Absolutely.
We look forward to seeing you in LA. Make sure you're there.
Yeah, shoot us a text for the link.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me know.
And then I want you to bring 8 real estate agents that want to learn how to sell high volumes and make good money. Pack the house. We have, I think we fit 60 at that location?
Yeah, about 50, 60.
We're in LA. Where in LA you guys going to be?
Oh, goodness. Now you're asking hard questions. I have no idea.
It's somewhere like right in the middle by the airport.
It's pretty big.
I will look on my text thread right now, and I'll tell you. Other questions, guys? What other things you guys dealing with that you're struggling with? I'll go ahead and unload you here, Eric.
All right.
Thanks for being on, brother.
God bless. See you guys.
What other things, guys? Hit me up with some questions. Here's some questions. Answer this question, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Right there. I just threw it up online.
Which one are you throwing up there?
See, it says, when it's snowing, is there a different strategy for knocking? Are you more aggressive to transition inside the home?
Yeah, great question. So I've knocked in the snow. We train a lot of realtors that knock in the snow. A lot of realtors up in Canada are in our program, and so they knock in the snow, right? So Nick, this is a great question. Where are you at? Put in the comments. I'm assuming you're either in Canada, Colorado, Utah, Detroit, New York, any of those places. Anyways, the strategy is a little different, right? Like the preparation is the most important. You got to come like ready to go to be in the snow. You don't want to come and then have to leave, then come back. So hand warmers, feet warmers, make sure your car is warm. You're going to want to have the right jacket, the right undershirts, the gloves. Like don't make that a reason why you can't knock for a long period of time. So that 100%. Oh, Connecticut. Cool. So that's the first thing. Come prepared. Like actually like come fully prepared, ready to go. Your car is an office on wheels. So make sure your car has extra socks if they get wet, extra shoes if those get wet, a towel to wipe them off, right? Like I've run into these issues and realtors do too. So come prepared. And then the second thing is you just need to be a little bit more efficient. So for me, I'll go knock for 30, 45 minutes. When I start to get like too cold, I'll go hop back in the car for 5-10 minutes, blast the heat, warm down my body. And then I'll go back out in spurts. But you have to be really well disciplined to get in the car and get back out. Otherwise, you're going to get in trouble. And then, sure, another strategy is you do want to get in homes. People are more inclined to at least let you come in on that first, like the entry part of the home. They won't let you fully come in, but if you come in right there and just do your spiel, people are way more inclined to let you do that because they don't want to hold the door open and let all the cold in, and they don't want to even come out because they're not prepared to. So that would be my best suggestions. Any other tips, Dwayne? Have you knocked in the cold before?
Yeah. No,
I mean, it's not like you live in a cold area, but
I hate it, man. I've knocked when my teeth are sitting there chattering so bad, and
Yep.
I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like
stuttering
right now. I'm stuttering. I would just say dress for success. Make sure a lot of our agents will go get those heated gloves, heated socks. You've got to feel comfortable in your own skin to be able to deliver a message, and then be quick. Guys, don't waste a lot of time on the doors when you knock. It's like, hey, guys, check it out. It's snowing today. It's not very cold. It's cold. Man, it's freezing out here. And then you start dilly-dallying on the doorstep. They do not want to sit, especially me. Think of yourselves. If someone opens the door and it's freezing outside, I'm yelling at my kids, shut the door. Come on. They're thinking the same thing at that doorstep. So just be quick. Just be really quick. And be confident. Remember, you got to deliver a powerful message that's going to help them get to that next level. Okay, guys, for those that are just joining us, we're doing LA the 27th. We're going to be in Atlanta the 28th, and we're going to be in Orlando the 29th. If you guys want to get to one of our free seminars, we're talking 3 hours of golden training. It's all free. Make sure you text us, 801-243-4544. Jeremy, what's a free packet we can throw out to these guys today just for being on? We've had tons of people on here. What's something free that they could text you and have you get out to them?
We've got a new one that we just put together yesterday on efficiency. So if you guys want to learn like what areas of your business you can go more efficiently, then either put that in the comments. You can text Dwayne, text me. You can go to my new YouTube video that just hit today, type efficiency on there. The packet is tied to that YouTube. It'll go over all the different areas that you're probably going too slow at. It's kind of like if you drive a car with the brake on, like you can still go forward, but you can't go as fast as you should be able to. And so too often realtors have that brake on. So yeah, just type in efficiency, shoot me a text, 702-525-5766. Dwayne can put his in there, or go back to my most recent YouTube and type that in there. That's a great packet. It's 5 pages, and it'll just identify really quickly what you need to fix.
We had one other question about flyers. Jeremy, will you handle that while I throw this in them? Are flyers good to put on the doors? Would you recommend flyering in a neighborhood?
Oh, 100% use flyers. No, I just don't want Dwayne to kill me. I knew you'd respond that way. So, guys, Dwayne and I both have YouTube videos on this. Dwayne's like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have asked that question.
No, I was about ready to say, well, Jeremy can get away with that, and he's probably good at that, but you're an absolute idiot if you use flyers and you're not Jeremy.
Yeah, don't use flyers, guys. I have a video that's gone super viral on YouTube. If you scroll all the way down, it's one of my original ones on what not to bring. You got to put yourself in the shoes of a homeowner, right? If you're a homeowner and you open the door, you come home and there's a flyer, literally this is it. Trash. That's literally what happens. I'll open my mail. My daughter will bring it in and I'll go trash, keep, trash, 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 keep, trash. That's literally how the process of a homeowner works. So again, like I've done flyers. I've had lenders pay for them. The issue is, one, no one's ever called me back on them. And I've paid college students hundreds of dollars to go flyer neighborhood, not one call. I've never had it work. So it's a waste of time. And then two, what you're doing psychologically is you're telling yourself that you're being effective, that you're actually working, but you're not, because there's no return. You're looking for the return. And so you don't want to fall into that category of you're busy when you're not. And then also I would say the biggest thing is, guys, when you go to the door and you have a bunch of flyers that you're holding, you look very salesy. People aren't going to want to listen to you. So toss the flyers and do not use them at all.
Throw them away, guys. Don't waste your time or money on them. Don't get your lenders to pay for them. Get your lenders to pay for stuff that works.
Yep.
That's going to be your social media campaigns. That's going to be your events. That's going to be your marketing seminars that you run to first-time home buyers, investor seminars. Make them use their money on something productive.
Well,
Guys,
you have to think too. I'll just throw this out there. A lender, maybe they'll spend $500 on flyers, right? And you'll never get a call back. Well, what if you got that same lender to pay $500 towards an ad campaign where you targeted your ideal client, and people are on their phone for 6 hours a day? They look at it within 15 minutes of waking up. I'd rather my flyer, my video be in front of them right there versus being on their door. Way more effective. So again, it's efficiency. That's what you're looking for.
all right, guys, we've ran for an hour. Next Monday, same time, same place, 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. We're going to come back on. You guys see our phone numbers up here. If you want to learn more about our programs, whether it be joining our real team, which is we have agents in like 18, 19 states now, reach out to us. I'd love to chat through that with you. Also, if you want to know about different courses we have, or some of the seminars, or if you want us to help you with what you're struggling with directly, reach out. We would love to help you. We've helped a ton of agents sell a lot of real estate this last year and become very, very successful. We feel like, honestly, you should be selling a house a week. If you're not, you need help. And we want to help you get there. You should be selling over 40 homes a year. So if you're not there, we can help you get there. A couple other comments. Michael, just listen to Jeremy and stop taking flyers. Yesterday, I got 7 phone numbers and 1 invitation from a CMA. So fabulous, Michael. Way to go. Way to follow his lead. And yeah, 7 phone numbers just by getting out, getting in front of people. Guys, what we do works. I can give you so many of our agents that are in our programs that are killing it. And I mean killing it because they're doing exactly what we tell you. It's a system that works and you're going to find success. So our number, once again, I'm going to throw that back up. Reach out to us directly. Dino, look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks for buying my book. You guys, if you haven't seen my book, jump on Amazon. It is The Power to Knock, The Power of the Knock. And you'll find great nuggets in there. Watch for our new book coming out. But guys, thanks for being here today. Please reach out to us. Invite more people to this program. We'd love to see you. We want to help you get to that next level. Once again, thanks for being here. We'll see you.